Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not just talking big, he's the type to put action behind his words. His strong drive and hardworking nature mean he's willing to put in the hours and effort to climb the ladder. Still, his persistence and determination usually get him noticed.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong, he's not the type to fall apart or complain. He bounces back quickly and tries to sort things out without letting emotions get in the way. He isn't easily shaken or upset, which helps him handle setbacks with a cool head.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People may respect his dedication and hard work, but he is not the easiest person to get along with. He likes to do things his own way and doesn't have much patience for others' feelings or opinions. He tends to push people instead of encouraging them. So some might find him bossy or difficult.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well, he's likely to be more competitive than proud. Instead of cheering you on openly, he may feel challenged or even try to one up your achievements because he likes being in control and on top. If recognition and support matter a lot to you, be ready to ask for it directly.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's likely to feel uneasy inside, even if he doesn't say it straight to your face. He likes being in charge and may see your success as a threat to his own pride. You may notice him acting colder or less friendly when money is discussed.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's quite careful and organized when it comes to money. He doesn't throw cash around or make careless purchases just for fun. You can expect him to be responsible about bills and savings, sticking to routines and avoiding surprises.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't try to act richer than he is. You'll notice that he prefers to stay practical and sensible. He buys what he needs, not just what looks flashy or makes him stand out. If you value honesty and stability over show, you'll find his approach comforting.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite tight with both money and his way of thinking. While he will always make sure the basics are covered, and things are well organized, he can find it hard to be generous or flexible, especially when it comes to spending or trying new things. Small acts of kindness or extra treats might not come easily to him as he's more focused on rules and routines.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be open about money in a straightforward way, but also quite controlling. He doesn't hide things or play games. You will know where the money goes and what he expects when it comes to spending. However, because he likes things to go his way, he might want to make most of the money decisions himself.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be well organized and done properly, but he may expect you to handle most of it by yourself. In his mind, everyone should follow clear roles, and he might see house chores as something that naturally belongs to the woman, especially if he grew up seeing things that way. If fairness at home is important to you, you'll need to have honest discussions early, or you might find yourself taking on most of the daily routine alone.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is much more likely to supervise than to actually pitch in. He wants things in the house to be neat and in order, but he often believes it's your job to handle the details. It's rare for him to jump in without being asked, and even then, he may act like he's doing you a big favor.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues to prove that he's right rather than trying to really understand your side. He is very firm in his opinions and finds it hard to see things from someone else's point of view. You might come away from such talks feeling unheard or frustrated because he values being right more than reaching a fair solution.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he doesn't usually lose his temper in loud or aggressive ways, but he can become sharp with his words. He may say blunt or hurtful things, not worrying much about your feelings in that moment. He's not one to back down or walk away quietly during a disagreement.
Does he have a bad temper?
He doesn't get angry quickly. He's not the type who snaps over small things or loses control easily. But when he finally does get upset, he can be firm and a bit harsh with his words, putting his point across without much care for how you feel. It's not a red flag for hot temper, but it is a warning sign if you need kindness and understanding during tough times.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or admit when he's wrong. Most times, he's likely to blame you or the situation instead of taking responsibility for his own mistakes. He cares more about proving his point than making peace, so real apologies might be rare.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to push back when he hears no, especially if he doesn't agree or if it goes against what he wants. He's stubborn and believes his way is usually right, so he may try to argue, persuade, or even ignore your boundaries at times. While he isn't aggressive, his strong opinions can make it hard for him to fully accept your limits without challenging them.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He connects his self worth with getting what he wants, and if you say no, he might feel rejected or even annoyed. You might need to explain yourself more than you should or deal with his mood changing after you set your limit.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
He is unlikely to share your private moments with others to embarrass you, but he may not handle those memories as gently as you'd hope. If you argue or he feels wronged, he might bring up something personal you shared or did together, not to shame you in public, but to remind you or win a point in a disagreement. He's more focused on making his case than being careful with your feelings in tense moments.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful as he values order, routine, and sticking to decisions he's made. Once he's committed, he wants things to run smoothly and isn't usually drawn to taking risks or chasing new excitement. He's not the type who flirts openly or gets easily distracted by other women.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He's not usually over possessive or overly jealous. He likes to be in control of his own life and routines more than trying to control yours. You probably won't see him checking your phone or demanding to know your whereabouts all the time.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, in his case, what might look like being protective is more about wanting control than true caring or concern. He likes to make decisions, set the rules, and expects things to go his way. This kind of protection can feel more like being managed than loved, especially if you want freedom to make your own choices.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to see parenting more as your job and expect you to handle most of the daily work. He believes in clear roles and routines and may step in to supervise or set rules, but the hands on, everyday tasks will probably fall to you unless you speak up. He will want things to run smoothly and might get upset if they don't, yet won't always offer real help unless it's something he's decided is his responsibility.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
He is likely to stay calm when the kids mess up or get upset. He doesn't get overly emotional or angry quickly, so you probably won't see shouting or wild reactions. However, he might use sharp words or seem less understanding if the kids are emotional or make repeated mistakes.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your efforts as a mother and expect you to handle those duties well, but he may struggle to see you as your own person with separate needs and dreams. He often has fixed ideas about roles at home and may focus mainly on whether you're keeping things running smoothly for the family. He won't usually encourage you to take time for yourself unless you clearly say it matters to you.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is possible with him. He may support your career while things are smooth, but after you have a child, his strong sense of order and fixed ideas about roles could make him expect you to focus mainly on home and parenting. He believes routines and responsibilities matter most, so he could ask you to step back from work for the sake of the family.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to be polite on the surface than truly warm with your parents. He will follow social rules, greet them properly, and show respect in a formal way. But you may notice a lack of true affection or open hearted gestures. He does what is expected out of duty and order rather than genuine emotional connection. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to handle it with a calm but firm approach. He doesn't lose his temper easily, so you won't see big arguments or loud fights, but he can be blunt or stubborn if he feels his way isn't being respected. You might feel caught in the middle, as he won't go out of his way to smooth things over.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern or relaxed with you in private, but expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife, daughter in law, in front of his relatives. He values order, reputation, and clear roles, so he may want you to dress, speak, and behave in ways that keep up family expectations during gatherings or festivals. While he might not say much at home, he will expect you to follow customs, treat elders with extra respect, and fit into the traditional mold when others are watching.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his family, he is more likely to stay out of it or quietly take their side rather than strongly support you. He wants things to run smoothly and values family order and tradition. So if you and his relatives clash, he may expect you to adjust rather than challenge their ways. With him, harmony means you fit in, not that he stands up for you.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not exactly a classic mummy's boy, but he does respect his mother's authority and the family's way of doing things. In a conflict between you and his mother, he'll most likely avoid taking sides or quietly lean towards supporting his mother's views, especially if it aligns with order and tradition. He values calm and structure in the family, so he may expect you to adjust or compromise rather than step in and back you fully.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not likely to share every detail of your fights or your private life with his mother or sister. He prefers to keep things organized and under control within the home and doesn't feel a strong need to run to others with problems. If privacy and boundaries matter to you, let him know clearly.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being in a relationship with this man means living with clear routines and strict expectations every day. He works hard, stays organized, and likes everything done his way, so you'll always know where you stand. But you may feel like you're following his rules more than building a team together.